Why we keep dating the same person? Ever notice how you keep attracting the same type of person? Different face, same patterns. Different name, same problems. You think it's bad luck, but Freud would tell you something that might blow your mind. You're not randomly meeting these people. Your unconscious mind is actually seeking them out, like a magnet pulling you toward the familiar. And today, we're going to understand why your brain does this and how to break the cycle. Before we dive deep, hit subscribe if you want to understand your mind better. This channel translates Freud's insights into practical wisdom you can actually use. Section 1. The repetition compulsion. The core concept. Freud discovered something unsettling. We unconsciously repeat patterns from our past, especially painful ones. He called this repetition compulsion, and it's like your mind is stuck on replay, trying to solve an old puzzle by recreating the same scenario over and over. Think of it like this. Imagine your unconscious mind is a detective that never solved a childhood case. So it keeps recreating similar crime scenes, hoping this time it will crack the code and get the ending it always wanted. Real life examples. If your parent was emotionally unavailable, you might find yourself drawn to distant partners. If you grew up walking on eggshells around an angry parent, you might attract explosive personalities. If you were the family peacekeeper, you might choose partners who create drama for you to solve. The crazy part, this feels like love. Your brain mistakes familiar dysfunction for connection because it's what you know. It's like preferring junk food because healthy food tastes weird. Your emotional palate is trained for the familiar, even when it's toxic. Section 2. Transference. In relationships. What is transference? Transference is when you unconsciously treat your partner like someone from your past, usually a parent. You're not seeing them clearly. You're seeing them through the lens of old relationships. It's like wearing colored glasses and forgetting you have them on. Everything looks tinted, but you think that's the real color of the world. How transference shows up in dating. The anxious pattern. You meet someone new and immediately start worrying they'll leave. You're not responding to them. You're responding to everyone who ever left you. Your brain says, this person matters, so they'll probably abandon me. The avoidant pattern. Someone gets close, and you suddenly find flaws everywhere. Your brain says, intimacy means getting hurt, so I need to find an exit. You're not rejecting them. You're protecting yourself from a ghost. The caretaker pattern. You're attracted to people who need fixing. Your brain says, if I can heal them, I'll finally be worthy of love. You're trying to save your inner child by saving someone else. The parent trap. Here's what's wild. We often seek partners who embody qualities of the parent we had the most complicated relationship with, not because we love that dynamic, but because our unconscious mind thinks, if I can get this type of person to love me, I'll finally resolve that old wound. It's like your heart is still trying to win an argument from when you were 7 years old. Section 3. Projection. When you date your shadow. Understanding projection. Projection is when you see in others what you can't accept in yourself. It's like your mind has a movie projector, and instead of looking at the screen inside yourself, you project the film onto other people. Examples of projection in relationships. You call your partner needy when you're actually terrified of your own need for connection. You accuse them of being controlling when you're struggling with your own desire for control. You say they're emotionally unavailable when you're the one with walls up. The attraction of opposites. Ever wonder why opposites attract? It's often projection in action. You're drawn to someone who expresses the parts of yourself you buried. The responsible person falls for the free spirit projecting their suppressed spontaneity. Closing parenthesis. The emotional person falls for the logical one projecting their fear of feelings. The giver falls for the taker projecting their hidden selfishness. You're not falling for them. You're falling for the disowned parts of yourself that they represent. Section 4. The Childhood Blueprint. Your first love template. According to Freud, your first experiences of love with your caregivers become the template for what love feels like. This template lives in your unconscious and guides your romantic choices without you realizing it. Think of it like this. If your childhood was a song, you'll spend your adult life humming the same tune, even if it was off-key. Common childhood templates and their adult patterns. The inconsistent love template. Childhood paired with sometimes loving, sometimes cold. Adult pattern. Attracted to hot and cold relationships. Why? The uncertainty feels like passion because it matches your first experience of love. The conditional love template. Childhood love came with strings attached. Had to be perfect to be worthy. Adult pattern. Attracted to people who are hard to please. Why? Having to earn love feels normal and familiar. The rescuer template. Childhood had to take care of a struggling party. Adult pattern. Attracted to people who need saving. Why? Love feels like sacrifice and responsibility. Breaking the pattern. The first step is awareness. Start asking yourself, what does this person remind me of? What am I trying to prove or resolve through this relationship? Am I responding to them or to someone from my past? Section 5. The Freudian Path to Healthier Relationships. Freud's prescription for change. 1. Make the unconscious conscious. You can't change what you can't see. Start paying attention to your patterns. Keep a relationship journal. Notice what triggers you and why. Ask, where have I felt this before? 2. Practice free association. When you feel strongly about someone, let your mind wander. What memories come up? What associations arise? Your unconscious mind will give you clues if you listen. 3. Work through, don't act out. Instead of repeatedly choosing the same type of person, sit with your feelings, explore them. Understand what they're trying to tell you about your unresolved past. 4. Develop a relationship with your inner child. That part of you that's still trying to get needs met from 20 years ago needs attention. Give yourself the acceptance, security, or validation your inner child is seeking through others. Building new neural pathways. Here's the hopeful part. You can rewire your attraction patterns. It takes time and consciousness, but you can teach your brain to recognize healthy love instead of just familiar dysfunction. Start by dating someone who feels boring but treats you well. Noticing when you're about to repeat old patterns and choosing differently, asking, am I choosing them or is my past choosing them? Section 6. The Paradox of Healthy Relationships. Why healthy feels weird at first. When you start dating differently, healthy relationships might feel strange. They might seem too easy because you're used to struggle, boring because you're addicted to drama, too good to be true because your self-worth is low. This is normal. Your brain is like, wait, where's the chaos? Where's the pain? This doesn't compute as love. Redefining love. Freud would say real love isn't about completing each other or finding your other half. It's about the whole people choosing each other without the desperation of unmet childhood needs. Healthy love feels like safety instead of anxiety, growth instead of repetition, choice instead of compulsion, peace instead of drama. So here's what Freud teaches us about dating. You're not just choosing a partner, you're choosing a psychological experience. Your unconscious mind has a vote in who you're attracted to, and it's usually voting for what's familiar, not what's healthy. But here's the empowering part. Once you understand your patterns, you can change them. You can stop being a prisoner of your past and start consciously creating the love you actually want. The goal isn't to find someone who triggers your old wounds so you can finally heal them. The goal is to heal yourself first, then choose a partner from a place of wholeness rather than need. Remember, the person you keep dating isn't the problem. The pattern is the problem, and patterns can be changed. What patterns have you noticed? In your relationships, have you been dating the same person in different bodies? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and if this helped you understand yourself better, subscribe for more insights into how your mind really works, because understanding yourself isn't just interesting, it's the key to creating the relationships you actually want.